how do you peel? I know what God did for me, but how do you peel? Who is it that you need to go and ask that you may have hurt? Who do you need to tell that hurt you? Hello, and I hope that you took the time to look and view the part one of Peeling Away the Pain. And this is actually part two, which is a continuation from where we left off in the first episode. Let me just say this, because I know I shared a lot in the first part about a lot of things that occurred with me as a child, and how I was able to peel away my pain and still love my mother unconditionally, to forgive. I was able to do that, and I praise God for that. And so part two, I'm hoping that you can learn some things that because of what I was able to do. And again, I'm nobody special, but I do want to share with you. It reminds me with someone who starves for something, who just starves, whether it be food, whether it be to be loved, whether it be for attention, whatever that is, whatever you starve for. Once you get it, it feels good, tastes good. I mean, you just embrace it. And so for me, because growing up in the Pine Woods Beach, Texas, again, like I said in my first episode, my very first, the beginning, church and family really was everything. And so to be able to be in church really helped me spiritually to feel God's love for me. And once I had that of just feeling God's love for me, that filled me up so much it overflowed. Because I asked myself, like God, my gift is love and compassion for people. And that's the one thing I starved when I was a kid, from my mom, because I didn't get that nurturing. But you filled me up so much that I overflow with love, that I'm able to just love people because you gave me so much love in me. And for that, I'm thankful. But how do you peel? I know what God did for me, but how do you peel? Who is it that you need to go and ask that you may have hurt? Who do you need to tell that hurt you? Like my son came to me and said, "You hurt me." Those three words, you hurt me. Who do you need to tell to someone that you hurt me? Even if they don't return their response and is favorable, it's still a win for you. Because you're carrying something that you never released yourself of. Because once you put it out there, it's no longer just yours. You now have given it to someone else. So if someone hurts you, it's nothing wrong in saying you hurt me. Even if they're not sorry, but they know you hurt me. But if you're silent in your pain, like my son was for years, for like 40 plus years, at least 40 years, 40 plus, how was I to know the level of degree I hurt him until he spoke those words to me? People don't have to be all favorable in their response. What's really important, if you really want to heal, is the fact you released yourself of it. That's what's important. You released you. So it's no longer you that's carrying it. That's one way. And if they choose not to be favorable, then they choose not to be favorable. You have no control over that. You don't have no control over what response you're going to get. All you know, you're compelled to do it. So do it. Secondly, for me, forgiveness. I forgave my mom. I forgave her with everything in me. I forgave my mom. I forgave my mom the time that I was just sitting on the porch after we had moved to Dallas, and I was maybe 15, 16 years old. I was just sitting on the porch in the projects, government housing. Now keep in mind, I wasn't the only one sitting on the porch. But she comes in. We all go in because it's dark, but it's not late. And she said, y'all need to be in the house. Because it was dark, you're supposed to be in the house. But I'm not the only one sitting on the porch. She takes me upstairs. But I'm the only one who get beat that night. And when I say beat that night, I literally mean she took a belt, tied the buckle together as if you strapping it on your pants so it couldn't be released. She held the other end and she literally beat me with the buckle and that heavier part of the belt. Beat me in the head, blood running down my face. I would never disrespect my mom by trying to resist, fight. I would never do that. I've never done that. All the beatings and all the stuff she's done, I would never disrespect my mom. But she beat me. But my sister, my older sister, saved me. She took my mother off me from beating me. And she remembered that. We just talked about it not long ago. She remembered it very well. But even with that happening to me, I forgave. I forgave my mom. Because I needed to forgive. Not because I feel like she was so deserving. Because she beat me many times. But I was just on the porch and not even the only one. But I forgive for me. Because I'd rather feel love in my heart than hate. I'd rather feel love in my heart than resentment. I'd rather feel love in my heart so I can be my best to me first. And then I can be my best to others. So I can still love people. And not look at my life as if I'm not worthy. Because look how I was treated as a child. Look how I was treated later in life. Which make me feel like maybe I'm unworthy. No, I'm very worthy. God showed me that I'm very worthy. But like God forgives me, you forgive. Because to carry pain, it hurts you more than it hurts anybody else. And then the pain that you continue to carry because you won't forgive or you won't peel away, you hurt other people along the way. Why are you angry all the time? Why you just got attitude? Why you depressed? Why you emotionally and sometimes mentally unbalanced? Because we suppress things. We don't deal with things. But you need to look at how do you heal? How do you peel? It doesn't happen at once, but how did you start peeling away your pain? How do you still love in spite of? You got family who wronged you. I mean, really wronged you, hurt you, that you still carry. Can you forgive and still be family? How do you learn to love you more than your circumstance or your situation that life puts you through? Because when you peel away your pain, your suffering, the first person you help most is you. And if you're better, then it means all the other people are going to benefit from you being better. You'll be kind. You'll be more kind, more loving, more attentive. You'll be a better parent. You'll be a better sister. You'll be a better brother. You'll be a better grandmother. You just be better. Now, who would not want to be better? And then some of you may say, but you don't know what happened to me. No, I don't know what happened to you. But I do know pain is pain. I do know that. Some of you could be suffering the fact that, sense of abandonment, just left you somewhere. Some may be the fact that, I don't know my parents, who they are. I want to know. Some of you just been floating around, moving around, pillar to post as a child. And all you wanted was stability and be rooted in something. Be grounded. Some of you just mad. Mad because you got things, but you didn't get time. Mad because they had attention and love for everybody else except you. Just mad. But forgiveness is necessary. If you can't allow yourself on your own to do the things that you know you need to do to move beyond that, counseling. That's why they have counselors. Go to counseling. They're professionals. Go tell your truth. Go share your pain. Whatever you need to do, do it. Pray. Pray. I'm in a class, been in a Bible class for the end of my 10th year is coming up. The more I got into this studying God's Word, the more I was able to be even better for me. It's called Bible Study Fellowship. All I know, it helps me to be more spiritually grounded. I don't know who believe and who don't believe. I'm just telling you where I am. But I do know pain is still pain. I don't care who's carrying it, and it's not even about why you're carrying it. Pain still hurts. And healing for a lot of us is so hard. We choose to feel it than to let go of it. And some of us get so comfortable with it that we're okay being miserable. We're okay that we make other people miserable. We're okay that we're angry all the time. You've gotten real comfortable in being the way you are, and that's not even good. And then if you never learn how to really love, because all that comes from knowing how to love. A lot of reason why we don't know how to love is because a lot of us would say, but nobody ever showed me. I never seen what healthy love is. I only know this. I only know that. I only saw this growing up. I only saw that growing up. But that's not an excuse to do wrong. It's still not no excuse. It's still no excuse to me for what I did to my son and made him feel. Just because I didn't get it and because my mother didn't get it does not excuse me. And what I love about my kids is they have made a point to not be like me in that sense of punishment. They choose to be more gentler, but yet still stern. They chose to be where I'm not going to just beat my kids, but I'd rather do punishment that's more healthy than unhealthy. That I'm doing it out of love. Because to me, when you go to the level of where you just know you're abusing somebody, it's never, never, never about them. It's about you. Because you do that to somebody, it's all about where your emotions are. It's not what's best for them. It's where your emotions are. You're trying to get it out of you. But when you punish a child, and if you do it right, it's because you're looking at them. What's the best way that's going to help them? But beating is never because I want to help them. It's really more about what's in you. So that's not healthy. But we don't need to make excuses for behavior that you know is wrong. We don't need to make excuses because that's what we saw, experienced. We don't need to make excuses to justify behavior that we know is not correct. We don't need to make excuses for that. Because you're trying to justify something that you already know is wrong. I'm thankful that each generation, like from I don't know what all my mother endured, but I know my grandmother was stern and she meant business. She didn't play. But I know she had me 100%. And I love that woman with all of me. Because even though she didn't hug me, then I love you. But I knew my grandmother was my rock. She was my rock. So what my mother didn't get, and I didn't get, but what I gave my children, in spite of the punishment part, but what I did give them, I showered them with the I love yous. I showered them with the hugs. I do it now. Did it when they were growing up. Do it when they were babies. I showered them because I did not ever want them to feel deprived of what that felt like to hear the words. To hear the words, to get the hug, the touch. I never want to deprive my kids of what that was, to be that. I encouraged them because I didn't get the encouragement. What motivated me growing up and going off to college and doing what I need to do, what motivated me was to better myself. I remember even my college paperwork and filling out my grants and my loans and all that stuff that was done. I remember when I was in school staying up and to do my homework that was never checked. I don't remember a day my mother ever been in my school. But you have to motivate you. Where's your love for yourself to be better? I can't look for somebody else to fix me. I can't look for my mother to give me all of that I needed. I couldn't look for that. I couldn't look for my mother to make sure that I went off to college. I couldn't look for my mother to make sure I finished high school. I could not look for my mother to make sure that my life would be better. That I could be better and do better. I had to look for me. I had to be my motivator. I had to see more in me than what my life was. I had to see more in me because I believe God wanted to give me more. And he wanted me to be more. I had to look for me because I had to look toward my children that I didn't even know yet. I had to look for me because in me, I deserved better. But I want you to know it starts with you. It goes back to finding balance. As long as you are hurting, as long as you're in pain and you haven't yet figured out how to peel it away, you are not in balance with you and your own personal relationship with yourself. And I promise you, you're not in balance with other people. Because pain runs deep. It takes root. It takes over. It spreads wide into everything you do. Pain does that. Because it's suppressed so deep. It takes over. You know why? Because you let it live in there too long. You let pain live in you so long, it's taking up house. And it's not going anywhere until you evict it. Peel it away. Peel the pain away. Because where you're trying to go in life, there's no room for pain. For suppressed pain. People are going to hurt you. Don't get it wrong. People are going to hurt you. Even if you get rid of suppressed pain, people are still going to hurt you along the way. That's life. But what you've grown from is you've learned how to peel it away. You've learned to love yourself above all else and what other people do or even how they choose to love you. You've learned how to love you. And that's the greatest love that you can give yourself. Why? Because to learn how to love you when it's in balance teaches you also how to love other people. So if you don't know how to love you in balance, then how are you going to know how to love other people? There's no balance on either side. I love me. I love me. And I've said this and I'm saying it again. All God took me through, all the craziness, all the hurt, the pain, the beating, this, all that stuff that he allowed, just made that hole so much bigger. That when God poured himself in me, that hole was big. And he gave me all that love that overflowed. So I can love. But I do wonder if my mother given me all of that, all the nurturing, all the love, all the hugs, all the I love yous, would I be still me? I'd rather take all of that and still be me. Because I learned to love me. And you have to learn to love you. Love you. Pain has no place to live in you. Love you. Love you. Whatever you need to do, whatever that is, find your comfort. Find your place. Because you would never, ever, ever love you carrying pain in you. Because it has no place for someone trying to move in a direction of love. There's no place for it. So I have to give thanks to God for all the craziness of my life. The craziness that he took me through. And not just some of the stuff. There's a lot more. But the craziness, if it was to make me, myself, who I am, and for my hole to be so big, and then God just fill it up with all this love in me, it's worth it. It's worth it. Because he showed me how to peel it away. Forgive. Let it go. Layer by layer. Let it go. She hurt you again. We're going to peel it away. Again, we're going to peel it away. We're just going to keep peeling. Somebody come along, we're going to peel it. I'm going to peel it. I'm going to peel away the pain. Because there is no place in me for it to nest, for it to make home, for it to root. But where are you? Where are you? Peel it away. Whatever that is. Peel it away. Love feels so much better. Peel it away. Loving yourself, it's worth it. Learning and loving others feels good. I'm just saying, feel good. Feel good. Feel good about you. Feel good about letting go. Feel good about peeling it. It don't happen all overnight. Just know that. I'm not saying that. But it's one layer and one piece at a time. And I want to say with that, thank you for listening. On a weekly basis, there'll be other episodes, different topics. I hope you tune in to Share It with Charlotte, finding balance in relationships. And I look forward to connecting with you. You can visit at my website, sharewithcharlotte.com. And you can also visit YouTube. You can go to Facebook, and there's some other sites, and I apologize, but I don't remember them all. But go to my website, sharewithcharlotte.com. It'll take you to everywhere you want to go. And I just say thank you. And I hope this message has been insightful to you. I know it's blessed me to share it. Thank you.